It's our pleasure today to invite to Channel 18 David Breslick, who has many titles at the Harwich High School. He is a teacher, teaches engineering and science
and technology.
And he is also the drama coordinator for the show we're going to talk about, 39 Steps. And he interviews candidates for the National Honor Society.
Advise that group, yes.
Very good. Mm-hmm. So quite a broad range of activities, and the benefit of having teachers with wonderful educations and great talents. So welcome and congratulations. Great to have you. Let's talk about 39 Steps first. That's a show that begins when?
It begins the 29th, runs November 29th, 30th, and the 1st of December. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 7:30 p.m. at the Harwich High School.
Very good. And tell us a little bit about the play without giving too much away. I don't know. I don't remember anything about it.
No. It was originally a book that was written by a guy named Bucknan, and he actually wrote the story while he was recovering from an illness. So he was tied to bed for a while and wrote the story while he was recuperating. Alfred Hitchcock took it in 1935 and created a movie called The 39 Steps. And it was the introduction of sort of the Hitchcock way of presenting a story. Right? So he had his mystery. What's really happening and when's it going to happen? He had his handsome hero, and he had his hero's love that he met along the way. And so that typical Hitchcock tension between man and women, and that tension between who is who and what is what and why is why and what's all going to happen. John Barlow took it much later and converted it to a Broadway show. And it ran for well over 500 performances. I believe the last performance was in 2009 on Broadway.
Wow.
So it is an interesting show in that it combines the best of mystery and whodunits with a little bit of Monty Python thrown in for good measure.
Okay, and now what about some of the actors? Actors or actresses? There must be both.
As the show was originally cast on Broadway, it only had 4 characters, or 4 actors that played multiple roles. We have Richard Haney, who is the hero of the action. We have Pamela, who is the heroine and eventually catches Richard's eye. Then we have some policemen, and we have some clowns, and we have a memory artist, and we have some salesmen on a train, and we have the professor and his wife, and we have the crofter and his wife who live out in the Scottish moors. So there's a number of characters. On Broadway, all of those extra characters outside of Richard and Pamela were played by 2 other actors. Okay. What we've done to give the students at the school an opportunity to get on stage and experience that part of education and learning, we've expanded the cast a little bit, but we still have characters playing multiple roles, and you can tell their roles by their hats. And that's about all I'll say about that. And so it is a chance. We have 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders. We have a senior who I've worked with for the last 4 years, who is a wonderful person to work with. This will be her last show before she graduates in the spring. And so we've given an opportunity for the students to get on stage, extend themselves a little bit, feel the excitement and sometimes even the little fear that you get when you first step out on that stage. But to overcome that is a great way for them to boost their enthusiasm, to give them an opportunity to get that self-confidence up, and to feel the reward. I've been doing theater for all my life in one form or another, and I will say it's a little different being the director than being on stage, but that feeling that you get back when you've done a good job and the audience responds is something that you really can't get in an awful lot of other experiences.
Now, you've done other plays here in Harwich?
This is my 5th show that I've directed at Harwich in the fall. I got into theater right after I got there. There was an opportunity to get involved with Deb Donovan, who is the theater teacher and theater director, Fine Arts.
We had Deb on a year or so ago.
And so it was an opportunity to get involved in something that, like I said, I've been doing ever since I was in elementary school, and still do to this day with some of the local theaters here. Oh. So it was a chance to sort of get on the other side of the stage, if you will, and to work with the students, which is kind of exciting.
Very good. Now, you say you teach engineering. That's intriguing. Can you tell me a little bit about the program here at Harwich High School?
Yeah, we started the engineering program when I got there. That's why they had hired me. I was in industry. I was doing real-world engineering, I guess you could call it. So they hired me to come teach the course, start the program. And so we have Engineering 1, Engineering 2. We have a marine science technology course that goes along with that. And one of the things that I did the first year I was there is oftentimes in a show you have sets to be built or props to be created or special effects to be done. And so I've involved my engineering classes in helping to design special effects, props, and things that we use within the production. And I had one student who thought that the whole idea of arts and theater was completely useless. There was no purpose in life other than science. And last year, he actually was on stage and acting in last year's fall show. So he's had an opportunity to see what it's like from behind the scenes, and then last year he had an opportunity to see what it's like up on stage.
Well, it's a great experience for him. Has he gone back behind the stage?
He's gone back behind the stage this year.
Okay, so he must want a career in science.
Yeah, he very much wants a career in engineering and science. Yep.
Very good. So, and technology, now that of course involves computers.
Involves computers. I teach a course in web design, and that sort of follows along because you're bringing some graphic arts into what the students can produce online. They have an opportunity to design their own web pages, look at images, look at the content that they want to produce, and so again, it's sort of an opportunity to sort of get away from the textbook and get into some hands-on, real-world kind of learning, which is really critical for the kind of society that we live in.
It's getting to be more and more.
It is.
Technical. So, well, you know, it's great for, I think, our audience and for us here at Channel 18 to meet some of the teachers and to know a little bit about the contributions you make and how you influence the students, and that you bring together both science and the arts, and that's a nice message for the students.
Oh, thank you.
And so we hope that you get a great crowd.
So everybody come out and support the kids and enjoy the show and see if you can figure out who did it.
And there'll be a little bit of science and art in there?
You'll see some science and art, yes.
Very good. Well, David, it's been great having you, and we wish you the best.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.